Who believe in freedom shall not rest. We who believe in freedom shall not rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom shall not rest. We who believe in freedom shall not rest until it comes. As a storyteller, as a presenter of spoken word and English language arts, we use some of the traditions that are known by our people. Those of you who may have attended church, you know all about the call and response. Can I get an amen? Amen. So that when your presenter begins to enter the stage and start with the words, "We who believe in freedom shall not rest," and you discover that the next line is, "We who believe in freedom shall not rest until it comes," that sits in your head. Once there, and I do the gesture that looks like this, that's when y'all say, "Y'all are you." So we're going to begin again. We who believe in freedom shall not rest. Oh, I love the voices. They're coming from over there and over there. What about over there? We who believe in freedom shall not rest until it comes. Our commemoration today is all about freedom. Juneteenth. I am happy to now be a resident of the state of Texas, down in the DFW area, in a small town called Forest Hill. And as a storyteller, fortunate and blessed to be able to travel the country and share these powerful words of our history, of our culture, of our communities, bringing us together to inspire, to unite. This is an honor to be here. The President George H.W. Bush Presidential Library and Museum, to serve you all, to walk in the light, to be like the President wanted us to be. 1,000 points of light. The legacy of President George H.W. Bush is that he set that idea in motion, that by doing the small little things that we do, by finding our gift and using that gift to make the world a better place, we are indeed walking in the light of his legacy. We are those 1,000 points of light. We are the ones who look after our neighbors. We are the ones who are helping one another. We are the ones that are standing up and doing our best. We are the ones that are trying every day. Who's trying with me? That's what I'm talking about. Who is doing their best every day? Whoever is not doing it yet, will you promise me that starting today, this afternoon, you will begin to do your very best? There's a story I will tell you in a little while called The Eagles Who Thought They Were Chickens. It's going to give you an opportunity to think about it. Am I an eagle? Or do I decide that I'm going to stay and remain a chicken? Be an eagle. First Lady Barbara Bush. We honor her legacy of volunteerism, of doing your best, of working in your community, of trying to find, what can I do to help make the community, help make my neighborhood, my home, just at home. What can I do at home to be a better person? How can I do my chores without being told by my mama 5 times? How can I do that? There's a story I'll tell you later. It's called Time to Play. And when we put that down, it gives you this little rhythm that you can carry with you while you're doing those chores. Sweeping or mopping or taking out the trash, feeding the dog, closing the gate, picking your clothes up off of the floor. Easy little things. And all of a sudden, you are what? A superhero. Your mama be hugging you, your daddy be giving you high fives, fist bumps, yeah, all that. We are here to commemorate and celebrate. I want to throw in the commemoration part because there's a lot of energy, of knowledge, of language that we have to share. And during the years of 1800, 1860 pretty much, our country had started to fall apart. There were two ideas of how we should be. There were two separate philosophies on what America would stand for. There was the Confederate way, and there was the Union way. Arguments back and forth would force us into a place where we actually went to war with one another. How many ever been in a fight? Stop fighting each other. You live together. Be friends with one another. Find a way to talk it out. Find a way to walk away. Oh, but America missed that opportunity that day. Oh, they got to the place where they went one way and then the others went another. There's a story, it's called The Bridge. There were two brothers. These two brothers were best friends. They basically grew up together in the same house. By the time they became young men, they joined the military service together, fought in war, returned home, and each of them married the beautiful wife of their dreams, built their homes right next door to one another. If one had a hole in the roof, you better believe that the other one was holding the ladder while he went up there to fix it. They did everything. But then one day, I don't know what happened. One day they got to a place where the one brother stormed out of the house of the other boy and he slammed the door. Walked away. I don't ever want to see my brother again. What could it have been? What was so terrible? Sometimes we have fights and we bicker over things that we never even remember what the thing we were bickering about. It becomes all about the bicker. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. You did it. I didn't do it. Who did it? Stop touching me. I touch you. Stop touching me. I touch you. Stop. The one had gone and he went into his big old barn and pulled out a piece of farm equipment, a backhoe. Back hoe. And he dug a trench. He dug a trench and he filled it with water. He filled the trench with water and he got those piranha, those angry fish, those little tiny fish that got teeth, that eat meat, people. Piranha. He filled the moat. And the other brother saw that and he was steaming angry. And that night when he went to bed, he didn't even say his prayer. He just grind his teeth all night long, angry. That brother of mine. And he just fussed. He didn't even sleep well. He turned and tossed and tossed and turned. But bright and early in the morning, there was a knock at the door. And he went to the door. When he opened the door, right outside the door was a young person that said, "I am a carpenter. I travel around finding things to fix. See if I can do some work for you just to earn myself a meal. Do you have anything that I may do to help you in your progress today?" Oh, he looked at the man. He says, "Yes. Look over there. Right over there is my brother's house. He dug a moat and filled it with piranha. I want you to go in my back and get the wood. You take that wood and I want you to build me a fence. Build a fence so high he can never climb over, and put some sharp points on the top of the fence and some barbed wire in the middle of the fence. Build me a fence. Can you build me a fence? The humble carpenter said, I can build. Well, I've got to go into town and do some of my errands. When I get back, I'll pay you. I'll get you a full meal. Just build a fence. The angry brother left, and the carpenter began to work. He got that wood, and he sawed the wood. He began to hammer and saw and glue and cut and sand and build. He built and built and built. He built for the course of the entire day. And as the angry brother returned in his truck and he pulled up, made a donut. Dust flying everywhere. Gets out of the truck and he looks, eyes wide open. The anger starts to seethe it. You could see smoke coming out of his head. And he walked toward that carpenter with an angry look on his face and an angry word in his mouth. He said, I told you that. Before he could finish his sentence, here comes his brother, walking across the bridge that the carpenter had built. Brother! I dug a moat and filled that moat with angry piranha. I had sworn not to see you again, and what do? You built a bridge to bring us back together. And with his arms wide open, he embraced his brother. He held his brother tight. He says, I will never, ever fall into argument and fight with you again. By the time the brothers released their hold on one another, the angry brother was no longer angry. He looked about. He saw that carpenter. Hey, sir! Sir, I promised you payment. Come back. Come back. It's okay, said the carpenter. I have other